Little Red Riding Hood and the Wolf. Once upon a time, in a distant past, in a small and peaceful village, there lived a sweet girl named Layla. She always wore a beautiful red hood, so everyone called her Little Red Riding Hood. One bright morning, her mother called her gently. "Layla, your grandmother is sick. Take this basket of food to her, and don't leave the path." Layla happily said goodbye to her mother and set off into the forest, carrying her basket. The trees were tall, the air was fresh, and the birds were chirping. Layla began singing and picking flowers, not knowing someone was watching her from afar. The wicked wolf was hiding behind the trees, watching her with gleaming eyes. He approached and said in a soft voice, "Where are you going, little girl?" Layla replied, "To my grandmother's house, beyond the hills." The wolf smiled slyly and asked, "Does she live alone?" Layla answered without fear, "Yes, she lives all alone." The wolf thought quickly, and a sneaky plan came to his mind. He said kindly, "Why don't you pick some flowers for your grandmother? She would be so happy." Layla was delighted with the idea and began gathering flowers. Meanwhile, the wolf rushed through the shortcut paths in the forest. He reached the grandmother's cottage and knocked on the door, imitating Layla's voice. Grandmother asked, "Who is it?" The wolf replied softly, "It's me, Layla." The grandmother opened the door, but as soon as she saw him, she was terrified. The wolf jumped quickly and hid the grandmother inside the closet. Then he wore her cap and glasses and lay in bed, waiting. Soon, Layla arrived at the cottage. She knocked on the door and said, "Grandmother, I'm here." She entered quietly, but something felt strange. She came closer and asked, "Grandmother, why are your ears so big?" The wolf said, "To hear you better, my dear." Then she asked in surprise, "And why are your eyes so wide?" "To see you better," said the wolf. She asked again, "And why are your teeth so sharp?" The wolf suddenly shouted, "To eat you better." As Layla stared at the wolf in shock, suddenly the wolf opened his big mouth and was about to pounce on her. Layla screamed at the top of her lungs and jumped back. At that very moment, a hunter was passing by the cottage. He heard the scream and rushed inside. He saw the wolf and quickly raised his rifle, threatening him. The wolf froze in place, then turned and ran toward the window. He leapt through it and escaped deep into the forest without hurting anyone. Layla quickly ran to the cottage closet and opened it. There was her grandmother, scared but safe. Layla hugged her tightly and smiled at the hunter who had saved them. On the way back home, Layla thought about everything that had happened. She had learned a big lesson: never talk to strangers, and never leave the path again. From that day on, she was much more careful. And she and her grandmother lived safely and happily ever after.